Alright, welcome back guys, or welcome to this your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going over my review for The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 10, Stalker. Now if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That would miss no more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. Start this episode off with Rosita having a nightmare of a walker in her house and attacking Coco. Now, honestly, I could care less about this, mainly because I just hate It's a Dream sequence stories. They just have zero playback, and they just don't mean anything, so I don't care. I mean, it was kind of foreshadowing what came up in the episode, but at the same time, I could care less because I knew it just didn't mean anything for the overall story, and it's just unwatchable. But then you got her waking up because Gabriel is radioing for her and returned to see Gamma at the gates of Alexandria. Now, I really like what they did here using Gabriel in this episode. It was really, really good. And you see Gamma show up, and I love the scene where she takes off her mask, because I feel like they do this like circle thing where she's got her mask on and then they take the camera and go around and it's revealed her without the mask. I really did like that. But I really like what they do to Gabriel and how they used his former or his current, I don't know what you call it, his job as a priest and being able to take confessions from people in order to see if they're telling the truth or lying. I thought that was brilliantly done. So I really, really liked what they did there. And you got Gabriel, I guess, who decides to kind of trust her and tells them to put her in a holding cell. So I really like that. Then we move on to the scenes between Gamma being interrogated by Rosita and Gabriel. And I really, really like what they did here again. And Gabriel's able to convince her to tell what happened to her sister, because at the gates she mentioned wanting to see her nephew. And she finally reveals that to Gabriel. And I really like what they did here. Rosita kind of annoyed me here again, but you got Gabriel, who is right on point, really, really good. And I like how they reminded her about how two Whisperers already died in there, so I really like what they did there. But then they finally are able to trust her, and they bring her into the meeting room where they put a map in front of her, and she shows our group where the horde was, or where our other group was trapped in the cave. So again, really, really like that stuff. And again, really love what they did between these two characters, between Gamma and Gabriel. They did some really, really great stuff, and I love the back and forth between the two characters. But then at the meeting, again, Rosita's being annoying, questioning Gamma's, if she can be trusted. And I don't know, I get where they were going from with this, but at the same time, I was just annoyed. But then you got Gabriel, who kind of goes psycho mode and is like, do whatever you can, capture him, don't kill him. Do whatever you can, take their fingers and everything. And it's just like, to me, okay, I get what they're going for, but with Gabriel's character, it just kind of felt somewhat forced. I get Gabriel's become a bit more of a hardened survivor, but at the same time, I just felt over the top and like not Gabriel. But then you move on, and you got Gabriel and Rosita back at their house, and then the two of them again go back and forth arguing regarding Rosita kind of questioning Gabriel, and then like how she's like not sure if she can live anymore, and it just felt like a rehash of things you already seen this season, and again, just frustrating me more. Rosita's just really, really getting on my nerves right now. Another part of the story that I really liked was how they used Judith again to talk to Gamma, and I love these two scenes, similar to what they did in the first half with her and Negan. Really, really great stuff, and I love again how they brought up if she had run in to our group, that she would have been on the other side of those bars. Really, really love that stuff. Again, the actress who plays Judith is really great, and I love these two scenes with these two characters, and I love the back and forth. Really great stuff. But then you got Laura, who comes in and takes her away, and we go and get like Gabriel's rundown of what they're going to do. So I find out that, Gabriel's going to take a small team out, and he's going to track down, because they radioed of a group of other survivors from Alexandria who went out to scout, and they tell him about the herd. So they're going to go out and check this out, and he leaves Aura behind at Alexandria, and You got Rosita who decides to stay behind too, and they go to the nighttime, and we see Gamma crawl out of the grave that Dante dug. We saw him heading underground earlier at the beginning of the episode. Now, my one con here, and I know people might think I'm nitpicking, but honestly, if anybody tried to climb out of that grave, they probably would have been buried alive by the soil and everything that was on top, so I kind of take points off for realism there. But you got him who infiltrates Alexandria. And one of my favorite parts of the episode was these two guys, one of them being the highwaymen from earlier in the season. He's bragging about how, oh, we'll be able to take them. Me and my friends beat up Lydia good. They're easy to take on. But then you got Beta who shows up and kills him easily. So I really like that scene. And Beta kills a group of people and leads them to turn to use it as a distraction for the rest of the survivors. And then you got out in the road, you got Gabriel who comes across their people who are dead and realizes that they've been led into a trap and radios to Rosita to take the people and protect the town because they've been led into a trap. But then you got our group who rushes out to try to protect the town. And you got Laura who rushes out to go find Beta. And you got Beta who is able to find Gamma. Now, I guess you can say Dante was able to tell him where the jail cell was. I'm guessing because how would he know where it was? But you got him telling Gamma to come to him, and she refuses and tells them all about her lies and of Alpha's lies, and Beta doesn't care. And then you got Laura who shows up and tells Gamma to go get help and holds a spear to Beta. Now, I know people might argue that, like, Gabriel said to take them hostage, but when you got a guy like Beta, I feel like that's a moment where it's like you don't take the chance of taking a hostage, you kill him. And she could have easily killed him, but instead they engage in a battle, and Beta easily kills her, which I'm kind of frustrated with because, I don't know, I feel like that was Laura had more story to tell, and they could have done more of her character. And another thing I'm annoyed about was the way they played out her death. Like, at first I was like, did he knock her out or did she die? I couldn't tell at first, and it just kind of frustrated me. From there, you got Beta who exits the jail cell and heads out into the community. Now, this is one of those moments where I'm kind of frustrated and it doesn't make sense to me. Is Beta just happens to choose the house that Gamma went into? Because we see Gamma go into Judith's house, and to me this just feels like, oh, they needed it like forced. Like, out of all the houses he could have gone into, he happens to choose this one, so that just feels unrealistic to me. So you got him going for the house, and he gets to this door, and you got Judith who shoots him, and it's real that he's wearing armor, but Judith shoots him in the chest, which kind of phases him. I don't know. I like the scene, but part of me is just like, I don't really like that they used Judith here. I don't know. I like this scene, but at the same time, I'm kind of mad on it. It just kind of frustrated me and annoyed me more than I liked it. I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, I could have gone without it. But Mary has Judith and RJ escape, and as she's going after them to escape, Beta grabs her, knocks her to the ground, and is about to take her back to Alpha. And you got Rosita who shows up, and now the two of them engage in this fight. Now, like I said with the fight with Dante back in episode 8, this just felt unrealistic. I feel like Rosita and Laura both, there was no chance of either of them winning. And it's like in that fight between the two of them, it just felt like forced. It was like Rosita, I don't know, I just didn't like it. But then you got Gamma who steps forward and puts the knife to her throat and threatens to kill herself if Beta doesn't let Rosita go. And I don't know, this scene I'm kind of mixed on. I didn't really like it. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I could have gone without it. But then you got her going and leaving with Beta, and as they're leaving, going for the forest, you got Gabriel and his group who catch him off guard. Beta runs away, and you got Gamma who surrenders, and she's pleading with Gabriel for her life, saying that she led Beta out there to save the rest of the community. And it ends with Gabriel, I guess, believing her and sparing her life. We pick up the next morning, and Gabriel has sent scouts down into the gravesite of Cheryl. They put 2 to 2 together, and they have sent down scouts, like I said, and figure out, the Whisperer's plan and how Dante, use them again to help the Whispers. So I did like that. And I did like how they had this issue with Dante kind of still hanging over their head. But then you got Aaron, who comes back and informs Gabriel of everything that happened at the cave. But then you got Mary joining another group of people heading off to Hilltop to meet with her nephew. And I like this. I don't know. Again, feel like they could have waited to do it into the next episode. But I get what they're doing here. They need to kind of put things into place. So I'm okay with it. And she meets Rosita. And that's pretty much how their storyline ends here as they head off the Hilltop. Now, meanwhile, you got the story of Daryl and Alpha running at the same time. Now, Daryl's looking for another entrance to the cave and trying to find Connie at the same time. Now, he stalks and finds a group of Whispers and walkers. Now they're at another entrance of the cave. Now he goes and fights Alpha and a group of walkers and Whispers near a lake. And while he's doing that, he wounds Alpha pretty badly and demands to know where Connie is. Now, this is where my first issue is because I get what he's doing and why he's looking for Connie, but Alpha doesn't know who Connie is or that she's trapped in the cave, so him demanding to know where Connie is just felt like, why does he not realize that Alpha doesn't know who or where she is? And why didn't he just sneak into the cave after they left? It just felt like plot that didn't really need to happen, but was forced to happen just so we could get the scenes with Alpha and Daryl later on in the episode, which to me don't add up to much. We got these two characters who run off and find shelter to rest and let their wounds heal. However, they end up at the same place now. I know they had to do it for plot story-wise. However, to me, it just felt way too convenient that they end up at the same exact place. And I understand again that they need to be there for the plot, but at the same time, again, it just felt way too convenient. And like, yeah, we need them here together. But these scenes with them together, I don't care too much for, and probably not scenes I'd go back to watch, as it's just them exchanging words back and forth, kind of trying to get each other, just going at each other's throat, kind of in a way, which I don't care about. I know some might say they're trying to flesh out these two characters, but I feel like we know them too much at this point, where they don't need to do this, and I just, again, felt like they're trying to put in time and, give us filler. And that's what this felt like. It just felt like filler. Now, we did have Alphas try to get some walkers in to try to kill Daryl. I don't know. It was alright, but just again, didn't feel like it was necessary. Daryl kills them and just ends up more wounded. Now, later on in the episode, Lydia coincidentally again shows up, and she and Alpha again exchange words. Now, I did like these scenes a little bit better, but again, didn't really care much for him. And Alpha asks Lydia to kill her so she can become the new Alpha. Lydia rejects and kind of pretty much tells her that, Daryl and them are her new family. She cares more about them than her mother. And it kind of breaks Alpha at that point, and Alpha just kind of gets mad, and I guess she passes out again. And then we see her wake up, and she sees the words that Lydia carved into a nearby area, and kind of decides, okay, this is it. And Whispers later on find her there, and at that point, she decides to declare war on the rest of the communities. We then end the episode with Daryl being saved by Lydia, and he wakes up in the woods. She basically tells him that he's been sleeping for a while, and he thanks her for saving him. And it pretty much ends there. Now, if I had to get this episode score, I'd probably give it a 7.5. I don't know, maybe an 8. The Daryl and Alpha stuff, couldn't care less for. The Alexandria stuff, did like, but the Daryl and Carol stuff, or Daryl and Alpha stuff, just kind of held it back for me. So I'm going to go for an 8 out of 10. Because, yeah, that's what I'm going for. 8 out of 10. And I would really like to hear from you guys. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions about the episode in the comment section down below. Yeah, guys, that's my review of The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 10, Stalker. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon down to miss any more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And you can go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which I linked in the about section on my YouTube channel. As always, this has been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.